Good morning, Grenada, Karakou, PT Martinique. How are you on this wonderful Wednesday morning? It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Those of you joining us on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. And good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7, as well as all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go To Fet Facebook pages. It is the 21st day of April 2021. Thank you to the folks joining us across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are. Far north as Jamaica, far south as Guyana, far southwest as the ABC Islands, far northeast as Barbados, all the islands in between. Good Grenadian 473 spicy morning to each and every one of you. The brothers and sisters in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I always have to give you a hail up considering the conditions over there on the neighboring / sister island. Good morning to all the residents in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. To the folks joining us across the rest of the world, whichever part of the world you are, whichever country you are in, whatever time of day it is, I'll cover everybody by saying good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. That covers everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's another wonderful Wednesday. It's a good day to have a good day. And let's always start with a little bit of education. Let's see what the word of the day is today. This morning's word of the day is adulate. It's spelled A-D-U-L-A-T-E, adulate. It's a verb which means to praise effusively and slavishly or to flatter excessively. It also means to pay homage to without exercising a critical sense of value, to admire or be devoted to abjectly and excessively. Adulate. Man's best friend is often thought of in admiring terms as faithful and true, but there are also people who more clearly perceive the fawning and cringing aspect of doggishness. When the Romans used the Latin verb adulare to mean to fawn on, they equated it with the behavior of a dog toward its master. The noun adulation, meaning exhibition of excessive fondness, was first to develop in English, settling into the language in the 15th century. The adjective adulatory followed in the late 16th century, and the verb adulate was being called into service by the early 17th century. That's the word of the day, adulate, A-D-U-L-A-T-E, a verb which means to praise effusively and slavishly, flatter excessively, to pay homage to without exercising critical sense of values, or to admire or be devoted to abjectly and excessively. An example of the use of the word: a portrait of the family patriarch, a man adulated by the public but generally feared by his family, hung above the mantel. Another example of the use of the word: at his career's start, Elvis Presley was feted as a musical pioneer and adulated by millions of adoring fans captivated by his onstage charisma. That's the word of the day this morning, A-D-U-L-A-T-E. It's pronounced adulate, and it's a verb which means to praise effusively and slavishly or to flatter excessively, to pay homage to without exercising critical sense of values, to admire or be devoted to abjectly and excessively. Adulate. Adulate in layman terms, another step further than admire. You fawning over, like you obsessed, kind of. You admire that person. You give them all the praises, no matter what. Think about it. Adulate. When you adulate somebody, you praise them without ceasing, maybe. You adulating. That's layman terms for those of you who didn't grasp what adulate. That's what I got from it. Adulate. To praise excessively, effusively, without sense of value. Or should I say critical sense of value. A lot of people come to mind. All right, let's see. As you go about your wonderful Wednesday, the thought of the day today is you have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. One of the thoughts that don't need much explanation, but I'm going to repeat it. You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. Just keep pushing, keep trekking. You're going to get over the bad days, no matter how bad they are. As on a scale of 1 to 10, it could be a 1, it could be an 11. No matter what it is, you have to just battle through to get to the best days of your life. That's the thought of the day. You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. All right, let's see what's celebrated today, Wednesday, April 21st, 2021. My hand is in the air because I'll be celebrating. It is Chocolate-Covered Cashews Day. Where chocolate is, I want to be R. Chocolate-Covered Cashews. Children, don't listen to the bad English this morning. It's Chocolate-Covered Cashews Day. It is observed on April 21st, and not unlike other nuts, cashews and chocolate get along well together. Of course, chocolate lovers savor the combination of nutty crunch and creamy, rich chocolate. So have some today. Even if it's just 1 grain or just a handful, covered chocolate cashews day. I wonder where I could get some chocolate covered. I'm going to go hunting. If I find out where it is available, I'll let you guys know. Those of you who want to participate in this auspicious occasion. Chocolate-covered cashews day. Something just occurred to me as I say auspicious occasion. Anybody know when it's fry planting day? I need to Google when it's fry planting day. That is one I'm surely in twice. I need to Google when it's fry planting day. That's something I'm interested in. All right, so it's Chocolate-Covered Cashews Day. Feel free whenever you get it. Let me know where you got it so that I can participate as well. All right, and finally, before we go to the news, just as by way of information, the Ministry of Health, through the Government Information Service, has advised that they are holding a national conversation on vaccination. And that would be held virtually, of course. COVID-19 is in full effect. And that conversation, virtual event, is scheduled to take place this Sunday, God willing, 5 to 7 p.m. It will be carried on Facebook, so it's not that you have to sign into Zoom or find any other platform. You can just log on to Facebook, and you would be able to participate in the conversation. It is part of the ministry/government's initiative to further educate the public. A lot of people have been calling for the education drive to step up, and this is part of the activities to step up the information. Those of you who have been seeking further education, join the conversation. Get Vaxxed, a national conversation on vaccination, 5 to 7 p.m. this Sunday, April 25th. It's our best shot. Join facebook.com/Health Grenada. So log on to Facebook on Sunday, God willing, and just keep searching. I am not sure exactly which platforms, but of course you can check it out on the GIS Facebook page, the Ministry of Health's Facebook page. I would find out if the GBN Facebook page will be carrying the proceedings as well. But just log on to Facebook. If I get further information about where else it will be available, I will surely share it with you. Again, it's for the people who have been seeking further education. And after this, or as they continue, I don't want to hear all they need, all they didn't join, but all they want more education. Y'all ask for it, they're doing it, participate. Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. All right, let's get ready for the morning edition of news and highlights of last evening's newscast. It's Good Morning Grenada on Classic GBN Hot 98. We're coming back in a short.
One of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
After less than a day of deliberation, jurors find Derek Chauvin guilty of all charges over George Floyd's death. The jury returned guilty verdicts of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter. The former U.S. police officer was filmed kneeling on Floyd for over 9 minutes during his arrest last May. Chauvin's defense argued that drugs and poor health caused Floyd's death, but the prosecution urged the jury to believe what they saw in the video.
Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Are these your verdicts? So say you one, so say you all.
Yes.
Members of the jury, I find that the verdicts as read reflect the will of the jury and will be filed accordingly. Questions? And to advise you further. So, all rise for the jury. All right, be seated. With the guilty verdicts returned, we're going to have Blakely, you may file a written argument as to Blakely factors within 1 week. The court will issue findings on the Blakely factors, the factual findings, 1 week after that. We'll order a PSI immediately returnable in 4 weeks. And we will also have a briefing on, after you get the PSI, 6 weeks from now, and then 8 weeks from now, we will have sentencing. We'll get you the exact dates in a scheduling order. Is there a motion on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, the state would move to have the court revoke the defendant's bail and remand him into custody pending sentencing.
Bail is revoked, bond is discharged, and the defendant is remanded to the custody of the Hennepin County Sheriff.
The RGPF is not taking lightly the acts of threatening language, which tends to escalate into violence. That's according to officer heading the Community Relations Department, Superintendent Vannie Kerwin. The officer reminds the public that it is not okay to threaten someone, as persons are liable to charges. More in this report.
Threatening language is a criminal offense according to Sections 137 of the Criminal Code. That's according to Superintendent Vannie Kerwin.
But if we don't stem the tide of these threatening languages now, this is what become the harm offenses tomorrow and the maim offenses tomorrow. And the gunshot that we have been hearing stems from that. So we believe that if we change our approach to the way we deal with threatening language, we believe that we can minimize the possibility of harm going forward. And so most policing districts, most commanders have agreed that instead of reaching out and warning people in their community, we're going to up the response a little bit by bringing you into the station and letting you know that it is not okay to go threaten members of the community, and that we are taking these offenses very seriously and we are responding accordingly, all within the realm of trying to maintain peace, minimize harm, and keep Grenada safe for all of us.
The officer records that every quarter they have seen an increase in this form of offense.
Threatening language is a criminal offense, as is the same of obscene language and abusive language. You know, they form part of the category of Section 137 of a criminal code. And it is not okay to go about threatening people. I know, you know, in a manner of speaking, we do that on a daily basis. And so I'm sending the call out. I'm educating our population now that it is not okay to threaten anybody. It is a criminal offense for which you can be charged.
The community relations head spoke of another breakthrough police has made in the attack on officers attempting to enforce the curfew in Riverside, St. Patrick 2 Fridays ago, which led to searches, arrests, and subsequent charges laid. 1 week ago, 6 persons in the said area were arrested and charged following the incident, where police officers were attacked, leaving 3 of the lawmen injured. During an interview on Monday, Superintendent Kerwin spoke on the latest police operations. Riverside was not the only area targeted.
But we were not satisfied as to the progress we have made then. So yesterday, again, we've executed another 10 such warrants in the area. And we have had a few successes in different areas. We have executed issued 22 fixed penalty traffic tickets. We have made some arrests for some cannabis, both trees and dry plant material. So we have had some arrests in this particular area. Riverside did not only see the presence of law enforcement in the last week. There has been some ongoing challenges in the Four Roads area. We have responded to that as well. In the Four Roads area, we have executed 9 such warrants there, and that happened on Tuesday the 13th. We have charged a number of persons for money laundering.
The officer says these are just 2 of many operations they intend to roll out. However, their intent is to forge a closer relationship within communities.
I indicated some time ago we will not become Trinidad and we will not become Jamaica. And so we will take command and control of every aspect of our community where citizens think that they're above law enforcement. We do not want a showdown with the people that we serve. We do not want a showdown with the constituency. In fact, we are working feverishly on building better relationships and partnerships with our communities. But when members of our community go above and beyond what we expect, and when law enforcement doesn't mean anything to them and lawlessness stepped in, you can expect the RGPF to exercise all and use all of the resources that we have at our disposal.
Selena John, GBN News.
It is often said our health is our wealth, so certainly the health of those tasked to protect and serve is given serious consideration. The Royal Grenada Police Force has sourced and is making available health kits for its officers who may be experiencing health challenges. Each station and department will receive a supply of these kits as the week progresses. Corporal Quadana Douglas McLean explains.
We have obtained a number of blood pressure and glucose testing kits for members of the Royal Grenada Police Force. These kits were sourced and obtained through the Police Welfare Association and the Community Relations Department due to a number of health fairs that we conducted and noticed some of the health challenges faced by police officers. In an effort to combat some of these issues and to have persons be aware of some of the lifestyle diseases that they may be dealing with or may be unaware of, we have solicited these machines to assist our officers in managing these problems that they may encounter.
While it is still not mandatory for anyone to take the COVID-19 vaccine in Grenada, it seems that some employers are demanding their employees to take the vaccine. The choice some employees now face is to get vaccinated or become unemployed. So, do you think it's right for employers to mandate workers to take the AstraZeneca vaccine or become unemployed? That's the question brought to the Grenadian public this afternoon as GBN tries to get their perspective on this issue. Here is what they had to say.
Well, it's vaccines for the sickness. You see, not politics things, it's your health. So they should take it. Long as they want to take it, you understand? Not based on politics, it's based on science research. So like polio. So that is something like similar to polio. Polio must take polio vaccine or equip you. It's similar, yeah.
So if the employee says that they don't want to take the vaccine and the employer says they don't come back to work, is that right?
It's not right, but they should do what the employer says. For instance, you work in hotels, airlines, you have to take vaccine because you see you put a protection. Yes, so. But the employer should do what the employer says.
I mean, right now, nobody's not sure. I mean, how safe the vaccination is because we're hearing about somebody, the Johnson & Johnson and the other AstraZeneca, whatever the name is causing blood clots and things. So, because as it is right now, I mean, no one is certain for sure exactly what could be the outcome in the next 6-7 months of what effect the vaccination is going to have on an individual. So at this point in time, I don't think it is right for either the government or for employers to force employees to decide whether they want to be vaccinated or they stay away from work. No, I don't think it's right.
You got some people that want to take it and they don't want to take it because they're just listening to other people, to be honest with you. I don't take my own already. I'm waiting for my second dose. Can't force nobody to take them on. But I think if the whole world taking it, everybody should take it too. That's the only thing to stop the virus you can do. Either you take it or you don't take it. If you got to travel, you got to take it. Say if you got to go in the hotel, you got to take it.
Well, I feel that is the employee choice if whether or not you want to take the vaccine or not. Yeah, I feel it should be something that you should make up your mind to do.
Conventionally, vaccines are to be on trials for a couple of years, 5, 10 years and so. This vaccine has not been on trial for all this amount of years. And the conventional way is to test vaccine on rats and mice, rodents. My opinion, they're testing on human beings. And we've been having some tragedies. People are dying. They can't place their hands on what the causes are. So I think it's up to the individual because your life could depend on it. So it is not right for an employer to be saying to an employee, take the vaccine. I don't think this is right.
I'm looking forward to seeing what our women have to say in the next Vox Pop. Moving on, the United Nations is ramping up support to prevent what could become a multiple crisis in St. Vincent as the La Soufrière volcano continues to erupt, an ongoing battle with the COVID-19 pandemic and the onset of the hurricane season. These were the concerns put before the world on Tuesday as the United Nations launched a $29.2 million appeal for St. Vincent, categorizing the scenes as apocalyptic and desolate.
The United Nations on Wednesday launched a $29.2 million global funding appeal to help the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines affected by the eruptions of the La Soufrière volcano and other impacted countries. The appeal was launched by the UN Resident Coordinator, Didier Trebuch, who spoke to the destruction on life and livelihood observed in the wake of the volcano eruptions.
But much more also is needed to prepare for the recovery and the resettlement of the families. So basically, this UN Global Funding Appeal that we're launching today intends to mobilize the solidarity from the international community for a response that will cover some of the needs, some of the gaps only for the next 6 months. So we are launching today a US $29.2 million global funding appeal. This is an effort to protect the most vulnerable people that have been displaced or the affected people by this crisis in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and also the effect that this crisis is having in other neighboring countries. So the objective is really to scale up the humanitarian assistance and to initiate as soon as possible the recovery.
The UN said funding raised will provide immediate life-saving humanitarian aid, including cash assistance and clean water, and support a sustainable recovery, including repairs to homes and support for livelihoods. The UN said that it and its partners will also assess the economic, social, and environmental impact on countries affected by the volcano, supporting with ash removal and improving environmental health conditions.
We have seen many roofs that have collapsed. The roads have been turned into tracks. For example, the school in Sandy Bay has no more roof. And this is due again to the accumulation of the ashes. St. Vincent is very reliant on agriculture. The crops are all devastated in this part of the island. Animal husbandry have been affected, of course, very, very heavily. And this is going to have a critical impact on the economic sector, of course, of the island, needless to talk about the tourism.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said it's an awesome challenge facing the country without resources.
We have to feed persons in the shelters and in homes. You're talking about registered in excess of 12,000 persons, both in shelters and in homes. It's a huge number. Look, the lives and livelihoods of our people have been terribly affected. We are in a situation, we are in a dire situation, frankly.
The UN Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs also announced the release of $1 million from the Central Emergency Response Fund to assist in the response in St. Vincent. For GBN News, Janelle McDonald.
Still talking about SVG, the Grenada Credit Union shipped its donation of much-needed supplies to aid in the relief efforts in St. Vincent and the Grenadines caused by the La Soufrière volcanic eruptions. The shipment, valued at tens of thousands of dollars, consisted of a large quantity of water and included toiletries, canned foods, powdered milk, baby items, detergent, and medical supplies. The items were shipped to the St. Vincent Cooperative League Limited for distribution to credit union members there. The Rotary Club of Grenada was singled out for thanks for facilitating and coordinating the shipping arrangements.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
The 61st annual meeting of shareholders of Grenada Electricity Services Limited will be held virtually on Zoom, as well as the Grenada Trade Center on Thursday, 29th April at 10 a.m. Given the risks of COVID-19, shareholders are strongly encouraged to attend the meeting virtually. Virtual attendants are required to submit a proxy for voting. In keeping with COVID-19 protocols, limited seating is available for in-person attendees. To confirm availability, emergency and reserve a seat, or for information, please call Grenlec at 237 extension 312.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Climate change can have a detrimental effect on the world's availability of water, and as a result, conservation is extremely important. To ensure climate resilience in Grenada's water sector, the Climate Resilient Water Sector Project engaged the accommodation sector in Carriacou. Trelana Charles has the details.
The Climate Resilience Water Sector Project in Grenada, GCRUISE, is a 6-year project from 2019 to 2025 with the objective of building climate resilience within Grenada's water sector, specifically within the tourism and agriculture sectors. The project, which is one of the largest implementation projects, is funded by the Government of Grenada, the Green Climate Fund and Germany's BMU to the tune of 135 million EC dollars. It comprises of 5 components dealing with climate resilient water governance, water users, water supply systems, additional contributions to Grenada's climate goals, and regional learning and replication. Communication specialist for GCRUISE, Janelle Ruben, said they recently engaged with hotels in Carriacou to share information about the project's Challenge Fund for Tourism.
In addition to the visit to the radio stations, the project also paid a courtesy call to the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Carriacou and PT Martinic Affairs and her team to give an idea of the 6-year project and what will be taking place within Carriacou. Specific for Carriacou, during the project cycle, the people of Carriacou will be benefiting from the construction of 2 rainwater harvesting systems, and several medical stations on the island will be made more climate resilient.
Crystal Benjamin Jerome, Communications Officer for the Grenada Development Bank, explained the bank's role in the project.
The Challenge Fund is a fund designed to promote efficiency in the water sector, specifically for commercial water users. Here we are speaking about agriculture and tourism, as they are the 2 largest users of water. The fund provides up to 80% grant financing for hoteliers, in particular accommodation, to undertake water efficient projects within their facility.
Benjamin Jerome said many of the hoteliers in Carriacou have already agreed to be audited.
Carriacou is one, we can say, that has been very efficient with their water supply over the years, being very familiar with rainwater harvesting and what it entails. So a lot of the response has been, oh, we're familiar with ensuring that we manage and conserve our water effectively. But the question is, isn't there more that you can do? And the answer is yes. So many of the hoteliers here, they've accepted that yes, we are efficient, but there is nothing stopping us from being more efficient.
The Grenada Tourism Authority has also expressed full support for increased resilience in the tourism sector's water use. The Challenge Fund for Agriculture will be launched at a later date. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
Such a good initiative. Celebrating a milestone, 100 years and counting. Miss Agatha Lucina Hostin shares part of her story, reflecting on the earlier years of her life. Let's hear more in this report.
For the helping ages far, oh, for years to come. Oh, no shelter from the stormy blast, and no eternal home. Before the cross of him who died, behold thy prostrate fall. Let every sin be crucified, and Christ be all in all.
Agatha Lucina Hussein of Mount Granby St. John singing joyfully one of her favorite songs as she celebrated her 100th birthday on Sunday. Born on April 18, 1921, Miss Agatha is the mother of 5 children, 1 boy and 4 girls. She is described as someone who likes to pray and worked hard to care for her children. Miss Agatha recalls one of the days when she had to work even harder, securing her first job on the Douglaston estate in St. John.
My name is Agatha Lucina Hussein. Only one place I work.
Yeah, well, tell them.
I'm Douglaston. I go to go and work for Arthur to go to school, to get school shoes and socks and pants. I work nowhere else. I feel light and strong. Thank the Lord.
Her only son, Arthur Huston, says he is happy to be around to share in his mother's 100th birthday celebration. He praised her for her dedication in caring for them.
She was a very strict mother. I get a lot of licks from her for school. You cannot miss school. You got to go to school. You got to go in time. She was a very strict and loving mother. She take care of 5 of us very well. Because father was not there. Very happy, very, very happy to celebrate with her.
One of Mrs. Huston's daughters, Anne Huston Thomas, and another relative relayed the values that resonate to this day.
She used to hold me on her leg and rock me. She said I was the one that she loved in all of them. So she used to, love me up and do everything for me. And then she take care of my children, especially Estelin. She was loving to Estelin and all the others, but Estelin is our loving favorite.
When you see you meet a boy, giving him a kiss is opening the way for downstairs. So please don't give them the kiss. And she said, when you meet somebody, your business is supposed to stay with you. What is in your past is in your past. You do not tell no man or anybody about your past, because when you do that, later on they will throw it in your face. And I'll always remember that up to today.
Health-wise, Miss Agatha is a bit hearing impaired. Ms. Huston was surrounded by her children, other family members and friends to commemorate her special day. GBN News.
Wise words there. Moving on, what was supposed to be 13 months of construction to build a state-of-the-art funeral home stretched into 2 years due to COVID-19. But this week, the new doors of Bailey's Funeral Home swung open to the general public with an official ceremony to mark this occasion on Monday. More in this report.
The official opening of Bailey's Funeral Home on Monday, April 19th, coincided with the birth date of the late Leslie Bailey, the previous owner of the funeral home. Clinton Bailey, the present general manager, in his address during a ceremony to mark the official opening of the 4-story building to the general public, said despite the challenges, they are happy to bring comfort to those in grief.
Today we sit on the pinnacle of change. We are transforming our business to suit the dynamics of the new era. So far, we have made 2 major changes, our name and our facilities. But as we move forward, it is important for us to remember the past, those who impacted our future, starting with Leslie E. Bailey, my dad.
Once known as the Otway Bailey Funeral Home, the business has been in operation for over 20 years as one of the top funeral homes on the island. Marcus Bailey, in his welcoming remarks, spoke of the occupancy of the building.
Our building boasts 4 floors. All 4 floors can be accessed from the carronage and the upper 2 floors from the H.A. Blaze Street entrance. The funeral home occupies the 2 low floors, and the upper floors are available for rent. On the ground floor, we have our Burial Society office, a viewing room, and a fully equipped mortuary that accommodates 22 bodies, and a walk-in body freezer which accommodates 10 bodies, which is now the largest on island.
Also attending the launch was Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. He congratulated the Bailey's family on their achievement and for the service they have rendered during the COVID-19 pandemic. He reminded the funeral home to keep their guard up as the coronavirus is still real.
I've gone to some funeral, in fact one recently that I literally had to leave. There were hundreds of people and literally no mask. And I had to find an excuse to get out. And I would just want to continue to thank you all and to say that you all should not let up, that you have to insist that the protocols that we establish is kept.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Bruv, hello? I can't see you. What's good? But I can't even hear you. Yo. Hello? Hello? Okay, I see you. I'm good. I'm coming in. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Understanding our ocean is education for life. Encourage your students to learn about marine life, water quality, sea level rise. Let them explore sciences. Encourage them through field trips and scholarships. The more they know, the better they can protect our oceans from litter and climate change. Let them rise to the challenge. The ocean is our responsibility, their inheritance, their future.
This message brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the government of Norway. Remlit, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas? Get Rubis, get going.
Can you spend wisely and have more savings? Yes, you can. Learn more with Money Matters on GBN Television. The Money Matters series explores 12 top ways to save money. In this series, you would learn how to save by setting up your spending money right. Save on vehicle loans, home improvement projects, your credit cards, and even on prescription drugs. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 7:15 for Money Matters, a lighthearted conversation with financial planner Tanya Visser. Follow the rebroadcast on Thursdays at 6:50 p.m. and on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Money Matters is a financial literacy public awareness program sponsored by Republic Bank Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hey folks, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all this.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. Those of you who stuck with us, thank you so much for your patience. Those of you just joining us, happy to have you. Again, for those of you who usually join us on the YouTube platforms, the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel is currently down, but you can join us on the YouTube platform via our other channel, GBN Production. GBN Production, that's the other YouTube channel. So if you're not seeing us on one, always check the other. GBN Production, that's where you will be finding our live shows until we're able to get up the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. So it's GBN Production on YouTube until we get back the other channel. All right, let's get into this morning's discussion. I have joining me virtually this morning is Vice President of Grenada Triathlon, or Triathlon Grenada, and they are getting ready for an event on Sunday, God willing. It will be a duathlon that's scheduled for this Sunday, and here to tell us some information is the Vice President, Tanya Visser. Good morning, Tanya. How you do?
Good morning. Very well, yourself?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's early hours, so I appreciate you being able to join us to share some information on the duathlon on Sunday, God willing. I know a number of events have been held, or a few events have been held over the past few weeks. I've passed a few cyclists on the road on Sundays when I go to church. So tell me about the duathlon that's taking place on the 25th, on Sunday, God willing, Sunday morning.
The duathlon is the first event the triathlon group has managed to host.
Oh, so the others were just the Cycling Federation. Yes. Okay, got it. Okay. So tell us about the duathlon.
We're trying to get all the athletes back into competing again. So we're starting with shorter distances and something a little easier. Registration from 6:15 because we want the race to start promptly at 7. Everyone meeting at the ACE car park. It's going to be a short 2K run, an 8-kilometer cycle, and then a 2K run.
So getting the athletes back into, competitive mode and getting back into the action. First of all, how excited are the athletes to actually be able to get back into the groove of things, considering the upset COVID-19 has caused over the past year and a piece?
I think they are. They're keen to get back into it, and a lot of new athletes are starting up. I think people got more interested in keeping fit during the COVID because they felt they had to get out and about more. So we're hoping to find some new youngsters interested in triathlon and getting into running and cycling.
And starting with the duathlon, why the duathlon? I know you said you wanted to start by the E's and the Gre's, but why duathlon? No, why not go straight into the triathlon part of the sport?
It's a little easier to organize because you don't need to put all the water markers out. But we thought if we just start with a duathlon, the run, cycle, run, and then next month we're going to do an aquathon, which will be a run, swim, run. And then after that, hopefully we'll put together all 3 of the disciplines.
How many athletes would you be able to accommodate this Sunday, considering the COVID-19 protocols that are in place?
We're hoping for at least 20 to come out. Because you're on bicycles and running, we will manage fine with the COVID protocols.
And what are those protocols specifically for the sport?
Sign in and registration. Everyone wears masks and hand sanitizers. We do keep a distance. There's no more sharing of water cups and bottles. Everyone brings their own water bottle. And we don't have a communal food thing at the end. And people are aware. We do take temperatures and we're keeping a watch. We are following all protocol.
Good to know. With the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of things have been upset in various industries, sports included. What were some of the things that the Triathlon Association had planned for 2020 into 2021 that you've had to readjust, reschedule? How were you able to adapt to what COVID-19 brought?
We had about 3 triathlons were supposed to be held in 2020, which were cancelled. along with a bike race and a fun swim run as well. A few people managed to do a little bit of virtual training, a little bit of walking and cycling on their own, but 2020 was a hard year for athletes. It is very hard to get back into it when you aren't allowed out your house and out and about to do the proper training. But this has been a good start. I think people will come out in force on Sunday.
And with the athletes being able to, keep active and walk and cycle when they can, how do you think that would help getting back into the groove of things as events start taking place going forward?
I think it definitely will. Yes, I think after today, after Sunday, people will start to feel a bit more confident that they do still have it, they can still do it.
What is it about triathlon/duathlons that is so different from other sports? Combining these three events into one activity, into one sport, how much does that speak to the uniqueness of what the sport is all about?
Well, it's using every single different muscle group. When you come from a swim, you're kind of tired, and you can't just... You've got to change very quickly into your running shoes and then head off straight away. And then after you finish your run, change your shoes, put on a helmet, hop on your bike, and transitioning from one sport to the next, your muscles do feel it. So it is a nice challenge.
As well as the requirements, 13 years and up. Is 13 a little bit too young? Is it just about right? Can you go younger for a duathlon at least?
We're trying to keep, because it's on the road, we're sticking for 13 years. It's a short enough distance for most people to manage. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have athletes literally from 13 years up to 60s, maybe 70s competing. So we'll have a wide age group.
And that's usually the age group that competes in these events? Like 13 to 70?
Yes, we have all sorts, yes.
What sort of, what should the athletes keep in mind going into this competition? What are some of the things, especially as they're getting back into it, what are some of the things they should keep at the forefront of their mind going into this race, this event, and the rest of the events Triathlon Grenada has planned?
Well, it always is safety first. You don't arrive without a bike helmet. We won't let you compete. It's look after your fellow athletes, and it's not just about winning and being the best. It's a look after your teammates. It's a nice group.
What about the cooperation that you've had from members of the public, especially motorists, with the athletes on the roads? Any advice you can give to motorists, drivers, as the event races off on Sunday morning?
Which is another reason why we have done it very early on a Sunday morning. But if motorists can just give the cyclists the left lane a little bit, that would be great. But we do try and do it very early in the morning if we are using the roads, so we don't affect the traffic at all.
Has this been a concern in the past, the motorists or sharing the road with other motorists?
It is. You do have to be aware, and you've got to bear in mind that you've got to follow the traffic laws, even if it's going to affect your time on the race. Rather slow down and let the cars have right of way and be safe.
And speaking of safety, what safety measures Triathlon Grenada has put in place to ensure the athletes, the participants are kept safe in case there's emergency injuries or so on the road and in the water?
We will have Doug Noel, Dr. Doug Noel there at the race. And we have marshals at all the roundabouts where people turn around. So we do have people on the course keeping an eye.
As well as the requirements for participating. Do you have to be a member of Triathlon Grenada? What if I just have a bike and I want to ride along with the competitors? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. For people that aren't members of Triathlon Grenada, it's going to be a 10 EC entry fee. and members it's 5 EC. So we've kept the fees low. We want people to come out and give it a try.
And that's the other thing. There are people who would want to test it out. Maybe somebody who has never done a triathlon or a duathlon before. What sort of advice can you give them? Is a possibility that I can compete? I have a bike, I can run, maybe not fast, but I can run at least. What can you tell these people who are thinking about it and want to test it out?
Give it a try. It's definitely worth it. We will give you advice and help all along the way. We will guide you into it. This is what it is. It's a learning curve. Start off small and easy, and you'll get to love it.
How can people be involved? People, like you said, who want to give it a try, but they're thinking about it. What are some of the preparations that need to be put in place as an athlete or a potential athlete for a triathlon, for a duathlon?
Bring your bike, a water bottle, a helmet, and some running shoes. And you don't need to be super fast and super fit. Just stick with it and follow through the routes. You will have support all the way.
And what about training? What's training like for a triathlete?
We generally try and do, say, at least 5 times a week, and you alternate between your swimming and your running and your cycling, and depending on your age group and your fitness levels as to how far and fast you do.
And as part of Sunday's event, you also have a race briefing, which you've highlighted as mandatory. What exactly would be highlighted during the race briefing that it's important that all athletes participate?
That explains not only the route of the race, which we're keeping very simple, but also the rules and regulations. We don't really want people drafting on a bike, which is when one cyclist goes right behind the other, which also causes a little bit of safety concerns. So we run through all the rules, the safety rules, and the route of the race.
All right, and just reiterate the information for the race, what would take place, the route of it, the time, and exactly the 3 events, the 3 portions of the event that would be taking place.
So if everyone could meet at Ace Car Park at 6:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, I know it's very early. Registration will be about up to 6:45, so that gives us half an hour. The race, then we'll have a race briefing, and we'll start at 7. The run is going to go up to the True Blue roundabout, round the Sugar Mill roundabout, and back to Ace, just 1 lap. And the cycle will also leave from Ace, go to the airport roundabout, and back to Ace. And then 1 more lap of the run. There will be water. If you bring your water bottles, you can have water at each stop.
And the registration fees?
It's 10 EC for non-triathlon members, and 5 EC for members.
And these, what other events that remind us of the events that Triathlon Grenada has for the rest of 2021, and people who want to get involved, how can they? People who are not yet members of the association, how can they get in touch with the association in case they want to join and want to participate in these activities?
We will be there on Sunday. We will have registration forms if people would like to sign up and become a member. Otherwise, we are available we have a Facebook page, Triathlon Grenada. They can find us on that, or a website. But yes, we're always contactable. All the members will be there on Sunday. You can get hold of any of us.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Visser. Appreciate it, and I wish you all the best for this Sunday's event. I'll surely pass you on the road on my way to church on Sunday.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Vice President of Triathlon Grenada, the duathlon is scheduled for Sunday, God willing. So motorists who usually use the south of the island, be mindful that there will be people on the road. Look out for it. Registration, the form says, or the poster says 6:30, but registration starts at 6:15 a.m. And that's to ensure they start promptly at 7, which is when the race is scheduled to begin. The runners go down the stretch, back up the stretch, and to Ace Car Park. The cyclists flights go down to the airport roundabout and come back up and finish at Ace, and then you do the run all over again. $5 for members, $10 for non-members. Even if you're not a member of the Triathlon Grenada, you can still participate, ride along with the cyclists or run along with the runners and test it out and see if you are a triathlete in the making. You just never know. 13 years and up. So cyclists, not cyclists, but motorists, look out for the participants. Be careful, be mindful on the road on Sunday, God willing, for the duathlon. The first event for the year for Triathlon Grenada, which will hopefully be the first of many for 2021 as things try to get back into the juice of things and trying to get back into the swing of competing and holding these sporting events. It is now 23 and a half minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to link up with Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam. This is Good Morning Grenada on Classic GBN Hot 98. We'll be back.
Boy, Scholar, where is he supposed to be here? What happened to you?
Boy, you see, just called me there. You see, tell me she don't go nowhere.
How is that?
She said she worried because every night, as she put on she head, she dreaming, and it's one set of dream.
What she dreaming?
But she dreaming about jacks, small jacks, big jacks, sprat, flyers, ball. Every night you see dreaming the same thing.
How much is that now?
By, and that is 11? So what that mean?
Well, when you dream about fish, you know what that mean?
No.
Well, I don't want to say it, but you see that bad way?
Dark then?
Yeah. Well, you have to be dark. Well, you have to be dark. You have to be dark. He's dark.
Dark is man.
Dark is more than man. Dark is man squared. Folks, what you know happening this Friday on We Culture, we're going to pose the question to Doc and Risi. We want them tell us plain out. We ain't want to hear about no dream bad. Now they are come out and say, Doc. Friday on We Culture. Join us.
Can you spend wisely and have more savings? Yes, you can. Learn more with Money Matters on GBN Television. The Money Matters series explores 12 top ways to save money. In this series, you would learn how to save by setting up your spending money right. Save on vehicle loans, home improvement projects, your credit cards, and even on prescription drugs. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 7:15 for Money Matters, a lighthearted conversation with financial planner Tali Francis. Follow the rebroadcast on Thursdays at 6:50 p.m. and on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Money Matters Literacy Public Awareness Program, sponsored by Republic Bank Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hey folks, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
Long ago, the strength of Grenadians was in their arms as they worked the lands to get food for the table. Nowadays, most Grenadians' plate is packed with lots of starch and meat, little or no vegetables, plenty fried foods, and they wash that down with something sweet while sitting in front of screen. Hard work and exercise seem to be out of style, and lifestyle diseases are becoming the fashion of the day and claiming many lives. Let's make a change to live longer. Let us grow and enjoy a variety of natural and safe, fresh vegetables and fruits every day. Use our local fresh seasoning and spices to make our traditional dishes healthier and avoid highly processed foods, snacks, and drinks. Drink more water every day to help your body function better. Get moving every day and trade some screen time to share and enjoy healthy family meals. Choose healthy foods and healthy lifestyle. Follow the healthy choices for healthy living guidelines for Grenadians.
It's now time to join Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam. From the footage I'm seeing so far, he is at the roundabout at the intersection of Tempe, Mount Gay, and River Road, aka the Deco gas station.
So good morning to everyone. Those of you tuning in from GBN Radio, GBN TV, welcome to your Wednesday morning traffic cam. Good morning to all the viewers of GBN TV, GBN Radio. Welcome to your Wednesday morning traffic cam. We are at the intersection with Mongay, Tempe, and River Road. And we are seeing there's a lot of traffic coming from the Mongay end, a lot of traffic coming from the Mongay end. And motorists, you know at the roundabout, you give way to traffic on your right. And we also have traffic going into Tempe and traffic coming out of Tempe. And we have traffic going into River Road this morning. So the majority of traffic coming to this intersection is traffic coming via Mongay, Bolio. So traffic coming from over the hills, coming from Boca, coming from Willis. That's where the majority of traffic that's come into this intersection this morning. So motorists coming via Bolio, Mongay, they can expect some traffic delay because there's a lot of traffic coming into the intersection this morning. So I want to say special good morning to all the Just Schoolers, wherever you're tuning in from. Wherever you're tuning in from, this is your Wednesday morning traffic cam. Those all the way in Scotland, good morning to all of you. So we see there's a constant flow of traffic just traveling outside of the Caribbean Agro Industries. Not much traffic coming out of Tempe. and not much traffic coming out of St. George's. The majority of traffic this morning is coming from Mungie. Yes, it's another glorious day, and if you look high, you can see the blue skies. It's another beautiful day in the Isle of Spice. Your Wednesday morning traffic cam. Now we see there's an increase of traffic coming from Tempe and also going into Tempe. But yet still, the majority of traffic is coming from Mungie, Bolio side. So happy Wednesday to all. Those of you celebrating birthday today, happy birthdays to you. Those of you anniversary, happy anniversary to you. May you live to see many more. I would just like to encourage motorists that we are responsible to keep our nations clean. We are responsible to keep our nations clean. My folks in Canada want some sunshine from the Isle of Spice because it's snowing in Canada this morning. So to all the listeners and viewers of GBN TV, have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday morning. Wonderful Wednesdays, midweek in the month of April. So motorists coming from Mungie, Boca, wherever you're coming in from, expect traffic delay because there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic. The majority of traffic this morning coming into this roundabout is coming from Mungie and Bolio. Those coming from Boca, those coming over the hills. So you should expect traffic delay this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Sunny in Grenada, sunny in New York, and it's snowing in Canada. And we have the beautiful mountain range as the sun bursts through. Look over the gas station, you can see the beautiful mountain range against the blue skies and white clouds. We are on the Isle of Spice, people. We are in paradise. So our part of the world, our neck of the woods. And we are at the River Road roundabout. The roundabout that intersects Tempe, River Road, and Mungie. drivers are away on the roundabout that you must give traffic to. Must give way to traffic on your right. That's in our highway code. You must give way to traffic on your right. So we here this morning at the River Road roundabout. And this is a major intersection. If you're getting into the city, you're getting out of Tempe, you want to get out of the city and go into Monge or go into Tempe, you got to use this intersection. So we see now there's a lot of traffic coming out of Tempe.